First, I would like to thank Long Beach Gal Book Club for having me here. Roger and Maria, I appreciate you both for always having your doors open for me whenever I need a speaking engagement. How many of you want this to be your best year yet? Right, so do I. I want this to be my best year yet. As you know, I've been a member of Toastmasters for 11 years now. I've had many accomplishments inside of Toastmasters and outside of Toastmasters. And I attribute that to a very well-known process called vision boards. How many of you have heard of vision boards? Good. And for those of you, oh, everyone, okay. That's good. How many of you actually do vision boards? Great. So tonight, I hope to help you improve that process while you're doing your next vision board. And for those of you who do not practice this process, I want to give you some takeaways so that you can start vision boarding yourself. Our objectives tonight are, one, to understand what is a vision board and its purpose, first and foremost. The second objective is to give you some takeaways so that when you leave here tonight, you can go home and start implementing this process in your everyday life. Does that sound good? Yes. Okay. And I might need a little audience participation. Since you're Toastmasters, you should be very aware that I may call you up. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, guys. Let's start with the obvious. What is a vision board? A vision board is a tool that gives us clarity, helps us concentrate and maintain focus on our life's goals. A vision board is a display. It can be something like what you're seeing up here, for example, that has images that help to represent what you want to have, do, and be in your life. For me, vision boards has guided me through my process in life. It's not only helped me to get where I wanted to get to in my life, but it has helped me to maintain focus. So, let's start with some questions. I want you to close your eyes. Think about when you were a child and you had huge dreams. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a singer, an actor. I want to be president of the United States. Maybe you can't be president of the United States right now, but maybe you can still be a firefighter. Or maybe you can still be a singer. Think about those dreams. Ask yourself these 3 questions. What is it that you want currently in your life? Why do you want it? And how are you going to get there? I want you to take just 30 seconds to write that down. Just jot it down. I gave you a handout. You can turn it over and you can write it down on your handout. Just one thing, one dream of yours that you, no matter how outrageous the dream is, just one dream. Write it down and we'll come back to it later. For now, I want you to think about when you were a child. Think about that imagination that ran wild, where the sky was the limit. And those dreams were easily attainable. In that time, things changed for you. Life happened. You got married. You got divorced. You got a new job. You had some children. Or, like our friend said in the beginning, you just wanted to make money, but you didn't think about how you would get there, what those steps would be. Which brings me to the purpose of a vision board. The purpose is simply put, we are busy people, and we lose focus easily. When you go to work, you have an idea of what your day is going to be like, and then you get that dreaded email. She's laughing because she knows. You get that email and it changes your entire day. You lose focus on what you have planned for the day. Vision boards are designed to keep you focused and give you clarity. I want to share with you a couple of my vision boards. Let me go around this way. This is one of the first, can everyone see this? This is one of the first vision boards I ever did. And it includes things that I wanted to accomplish in my life. Some things I didn't even know I wanted. But I used words that resonated with me, quotes and scripture, pictures that got me excited and created a feeling that made me happy. And I put them on this board. Throughout the years, I've accomplished many of these things. And what is so interesting is that now I have put some of these boards up, and when I pull them back out, it's amazing to see how my life has changed and how they have done for me. This board here is one of my most recent boards, and I want to point out something really special to me. I put this board together maybe 3 years ago, and I put Paris, a picture, a little sticker of Paris. In my mind, I thought, I'll never go to Paris. And this last year, I was able to go to Paris. But these are the type of things that were manifesting for me. There are several things that can help you understand the purpose of a vision board. One is to identify your vision and give it clarity. Many of us have thoughts and dreams that we want to accomplish, but we never write them down. We never have pictures of them. We don't remind ourselves of the things that we really want in our lives. The second is to reinforce your daily affirmations. How many of you do affirmations? And how many of you out of those who raise your hand, do they work for you?
Absolutely.
Daily affirmations, do they make you feel better about yourself waking up in the morning? It's just like going for a jog. How many of you go for a jog? I don't. Okay. But I imagine if you go for a jog, that it helps to start your day off on the right foot, correct? So this is to help you enforce your affirmations. The third thing is that it keeps your attention on your intentions. How many of you have heard about the power of intention? Right. So today, when you woke up this morning, you set an intention that you would be here tonight at this meeting. That did not happen without you thinking about it first. So remember the power of your intentions. When you are doing a vision board, what is the intention? What is it that you want to come out of this whole thing? What are the successes? What are the feelings? What do you want to share with your family and friends once you do something like this? I want to share with you just a little bit about my background so that you understand why I started to do vision boards. I have always had dreams, big dreams, of being a star, a singer, under the lights. But I never knew what that would take for me. In 2002, my brother passed away suddenly from an asthma attack. He was 24. And my life began to spin out of control. He had dreams, things he wanted to do with his life. And I took that time not to be sad, but to change my life and understand that tomorrow is not promised to me. So why not live my best life? It just so happens that Oprah Winfrey had a talk show where she was talking about vision boards. So I decided to go with it. I joined Toastmasters and I started to document the things that I wanted for my life. And that's when a big change happened for me. I began to see things manifest. I began to see my life change right before my eyes. I began to see healing in my life. And now I still practice those things. And I teach that throughout, well, Toastmasters. As we grow up, we change our thinking because we're taught not to have an imagination anymore. We're taught to change, to autocorrect, if you will. Oh, that's crazy, Maria. Why would you want to do that? And we autocorrect because society says we shouldn't do it. But are you living your best life? Probably not. So I want to give you some steps, and I want one person to come up here first with me and share with me one of their big dreams. It's not a trick question, I promise, but I want you to come up front. And if you don't, I'm going to pick on you. Well, I made a friend earlier this evening, Cindy. So I want Cindy, who's a new member, she just joined last week. Yay. So I want Cindy to share a dream of hers that you've always wanted.
Well, what I wrote down on a piece of paper is not something I've always wanted. It's a more recent desire. So I have this vision as my life has evolved. When I was younger, I had a lot of desires, and they're just not going to happen anymore. I'm not going to be a flight attendant. I'm not going to race horses. I realize that that's way too much work. I'm not going to move to Wyoming. But I'm looking at retiring in the not too distant future, and I actually have a piece of property my husband and I do up in Oregon, and I want a she shed. I want a shed to give me time to be creative, to have all my craft supplies. I've dabbled in it from time to time, taken watercolor classes and things like that, and I enjoy doing all kinds of little things like that. But in the house I'm in now, I don't have room. By the time you get it all out and get set up, then you got to put it all away because somebody's coming over. So that's mine.
That's pretty cool. I might have to add that on my list. That's like the equivalent of a man cave, right?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. That's great. And that can be done. That can be done. Is there anyone else who wants to share? My eye caught you. What's your name?
I'm Nancy.
Nancy. Let's give Nancy a round of applause. Okay, Nancy, share with us what your dream is.
My dream is to someday own a social enterprise because I would like to be my own boss, but I also want to serve a good cause in society. And what the cause is, I'm not sure because there are so many worthy causes, but that would be my ultimate dream.
That's awesome. Helping others. It's awesome. Thank you. You are in the perfect place tonight, Nancy, because you already got financial advice from our first speaker, and now you're learning how to get it done, right? So tonight, this time next year, maybe you'll have that. Okay? All right. Okay, so there are a few essential steps, and I want you to jot this down, to starting the vision board process. A lot of times people think, oh, I'm just going to cut out some things from a magazine or see what I like on television and put that on a board. No. We have to start with an intention. So number one is discern those intentions. What do you want? What do you need? What do you value? How do you want to feel when those things are your reality? Think about that for a minute. How do you want to feel when those things are your reality? Be sure that you choose words that really resonate with you. So if you're thinking about what is it that I want to feel when this becomes my reality, do I want to feel joy? Do I want to feel security? Do I want to feel financially free? Think of those things when you're jotting down your dreams and your goals. Number two would be to gather your supplies. The exact supplies that you will need will depend on what type of vision board you're going to do. People might say, well, I don't know what I want to do. For example, Nancy. Nancy knows what she wants to do, but she doesn't know what organization she wants to support. So what Nancy would do, for example, is put a vision board together with words that resonate with her. Maybe quotes that speak to her. Maybe pictures that make her feel compassion. Those are the kind of things that you want to look for when you're gathering your supplies. You're going to need a poster board, Or what I like now, there are so many resources on the internet where you can do a digital vision board and you can put it as your screenshot on your phone. Many resources on Google. So check that out if you don't have time. I personally like to do these because it's therapeutic. I feel like there's more buy-in, but you have to do what feels comfortable for you. Third, create a sacred space. This is very important because you don't want distractions around. This is to get rid of the distractions. So you want to make sure that wherever you are, it's setting a mood. Maybe you need to light a candle. Maybe you need to play your favorite song. Maybe you need a huge room where you can lay all your pictures out and put it together over time. But create that space that is just for you. Maybe a she shed. Maybe I should get a she shed. I'm going to get a she shed. That's on my next agenda. Find images and words. This step is probably the most important because what you will put down will manifest. What you will put down will become your reality. Be careful of the words that you use. Have you ever heard that saying from your mother, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all? Well, what about us? Sometimes we talk down to ourselves. Sometimes we tell ourselves that we can't do, or I don't know if I can get this done. Keep that language positive. When you're looking for quotes, keep it positive. When you're looking for images, make them positive images. Number 5, find the ones that resonate with you. You might have to do a little picking through your piles and then paste them on your poster board. The order in which you paste them it's going to be important because to me, what is really important to me goes into the center of my board because my eye goes directly to the center. And all the things that I want to do go on the side. But what I need to do is in the center. So think about placement. Put the vision board somewhere you can see it. Don't do it and then put it in your garage like I did yesterday. I'm just kidding. I didn't do that yesterday. Nancy said, okay. Thank God she didn't put it in her car. But have them all over the place. I used to have them at my office. I took them down when I left that office. I have them in my bedroom. I have them where I can see them so that every day it's just like your daily affirmation. If you're in your mirror and you're telling yourself, I can do this. I'm going to have the best day ever. Why not add a vision board to that? So make sure you can see it. Somewhere you're going to see it every single day. And number 7, write a make it real list. As Toastmasters, we often say yes to things because we like volunteering. We like helping. But if you have a specific goal that you are trying to accomplish, isn't it important to make sure that what you're doing is in alignment with what your goal is? Let me give you an example. I can't remember. I keep referencing you and I can't remember your. Okay, Ralph.